That doesn't look quite right. In fact, some could say that's even nightmarish. But, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, and, that's where a new game used to be, so I guess we're gonna click that. Oh my goodness. Looks like I forgot to install the Japanese language on my computer. Deja vu here. Since we were children. And we'll get tired of waiting up. Because I just didn't want to be late for school. Must feel better off running away. Oh, Jesus. Ah! It's an ordinary day, like any other. So, yeah. The game is, we basically started a new game. But Sayori is no longer here. But she shouldn't be. She should be here. Because we started a new game, right? Obviously, everybody knows, you know, how this game is at this point. But this is where we start to really get into the horror aspects of this game. So, yeah, Sayori is no longer in the game. So, main character... So, the game still continues as if, you know, Sayori doesn't exist. So, I mentioned the last part, but from this moment on, these are recorded, and then I'm commentating over the videos themselves instead of being live. Recordings of me while playing the game. Just because of the nature of this point in the game, there's going to be cuts and whatnot. So we might have already seen most of the game, but that is not true. But to start with the anime club. Ah! Oh my goodness, I was scattered into atoms. Smart, beautiful, athletic, ribbon in her hair. Might be part of her hair, not too sure yet. Feels a little... Not gonna finish that sentence. Statement, thought. Or markers. You're in the debate club, right? I don't remember that ever came up in the previous part. Yeah. All he would do would just debate. Well, there you go. That's the spirit, Monica. I'm starting a new one. A literature club, that little glitch there. So yeah, just a heads up. We're gonna have occurrence like that from now on. As if the game is bugging out. So, I actually was in a club way back when, in, was it high school? No, I think it was middle school. I want to say. Yeah, I want to say it was middle school. I was in an after-school club. The book club. It didn't go too well. We mainly didn't really even read, truth be told. Like, we were just there for a couple hours and then just left. A shame too, cause I mean, well, I would have been all up for, you know, an actual book club, but, you know, middle schoolers, us being young, and most of us actually not being into reading at the time, I guess. Actually, I've been really slacking with reading lately, truth be told, like... Well, I've been saying this for years, truth be told. I always want to get back into reading. I do pick up books every now and then. Like, you've probably seen some of my GameCube Hunting episodes. But I do pick up books every now and then, and it's just a matter of having to sit down and read. I think I come up with a strategy, though, that, like, real-life tech, where, you know, while I fall asleep, instead of, like, watching a video on the phone or something, or what have you, I think I'm gonna, like, read a little bit. I plan to do this with my manga, too. You know, just, like, a chapter, and then, you know, just... I think that's a good strat. I think that's what I need to start doing from now on. Because, honestly, as sad as it sounds, I think the last book I fully read was Twilight. I gotta be honest. And by Twilight, I mean, like, the actual final book in the series that was released at that time. Not that gender-bending one. The one before that. But yeah, I need to get back into reading. Like I said, I got books. And I would like to reread Harry Potter again. That's a series I actually read to completion, too. Well, the original set. Ah. Girl 1, I think you're bugging out there a bit. You bought a boy? Well, hey now. I may look like a boy, but I'm very sensitive at heart. Our worst is hidden in this situation. This club is full of incredible cute girls. Oh boy, here we go again. What? No, I'm not. Don't be ridiculous. The vice president? Hey, wait a minute. Wasn't Sayori the vice president? Yes, it's nice to meet both of you. Sorry if my chair squeaks and makes any weird noises in the background there. I apologize in advance. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I want to make cupcakes, dang it. Fart noise, ooga sound. Don't know why, I quote that from time to time for whatever reason. To form a table. Because don't you know, desk plus desk plus desk plus desk equals table. Simple math, you know. I take a seat next to Monica. Make you feel right at home, okay? But this is school. God dang it, Dish. Must be hard to start a new club. Some people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. But, you know, there's payoffs. I mean, we wouldn't really have a society if that didn't, you know, didn't really happen. But yeah, I need to read more. I really do. Picked up some books. I'm not, I don't have a specific genre per se, as long as it, you know, is fictional, and I do gravitate towards more fantasy. In mangas, I'm like all over the place. Just whatever grabs my attention. I usually, what I do is, I'll grab the volume 1 of different kinds of stuff. From there, I'll work my way. It's like, okay, do I want to pick up some more of this and whatnot? Like, for example, I picked up the first volume of Haruhi Suzumiya. This is about like 5-6 years plus back now. I don't recommend the manga. I just read the regular what do you call those? There's no certain name for it. The actual story. God, why I am blanking on the name for it. There's a specific term for it. God dang it. She is. But yeah, for that, for example, so I got that. Don't really plan on getting any of the other manga for that anytime soon. Maybe down the line, just a rhyme. Down the line. But, it's actually been a little bit since I got the last manga. I think my last one I actually purchased was, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I believe. Yeah, and that was volume 2 of part 1, if I'm not mistaken. I think. But yeah, I got kind of behind. I need to, originally I was actually trying to get a complete set for Inuyasha. And, I got a pretty good I got a little bit of a dent into it. I got like 10 volumes of that. And that's kind of something I want to get into. And there's a few mangas out there that I haven't even picked up yet. That I'm kind of interested in. Possibly My Hero Academia, Fairy Tail, maybe not Fairy Tail. But Ratman is one that I want to continue. I read volume 1 of Ratman, and I really like that. And I've been meaning to get, like, I just read the first volume and that was it. I just haven't got the chance to get any more. But one at a time. And honestly, I get, like, I used to buy the Inuyasha volumes for, like, dirt cheap off of Amazon. They were used, but couldn't really tell. They were, like, good shape. I mean, I need to go back to that. Maybe I'll... I need to read more. Manga plus actual stories. And, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in a video or any kind of video in the past. I've always been interested in writing. I can, like, count the number of times on one hand that I actually wrote and complete, in quotes, a story. But I've always had it in my head that I want to write stories, and it's, I don't know, it's, motivational thing. I want to say it's also time, which is not 100% true, but it's also not 100% false. You know, I lie, but I also tell the truth. I guess you could say that. Like, honestly, like, even an hour a day wouldn't hurt to start writing. Like, I have all kinds of ideas for stories, and, you know, they're all in my head, but I'm like, you know, oh shoot, you know, they're all in my head, they're not actually written out. So, even though I have the full thing in my head, what's that gonna do, you know, good do me, especially, you know, if I would like to have other people look at my written stories and whatnot. I mean, they can't look in my head. And, you know, over time, there's gonna be details I forget. And it's not written down, and I get to that part, like, oh shoot, I had a really good idea for this. I don't know what to do now. It's just time, man, time. And motivation's a little bit of it too, don't get me wrong, but if I didn't have to work... I'm sorry, I'm kind of ignoring the game a little bit here, but it's basically, we're kind of doing a retelling of how the first playthrough went. The first cycle, I guess you could say. You know, we're... Basically, we're getting to know the characters again, and it's about this... Not quite one for one, but you get the gist of it. You know what I mean? It's basically as, what if Sayori isn't here? And give that back. Well, I guess sometimes, you know, when you got ribbons in your hair like this, you have to. That makes no sense. I think that's impressive. That's impressive. Excuse me. No. I wouldn't like to. I'm not a very confident writer yet. Than just confidence. Very true. Currently, the story I actually have in my head right now, the most, and I've done a little bit of writing before, which I want to say has been 8 months, I want to say, since I even touched it, is an adaptation of Play Quest. This was a joke between me and my friends, like, ages ago. Like, I'm good buddies with Kamikaze, and go follow his channel. He's good. He's currently working on TMNT/Justice League, and it turns out really great. It's a really good game. Go check out his channel. And like long ago, this is when we had like old chat rooms and whatnot. And he did a thing called Kame Quest. And And jokingly, somehow, I got roped into... It was joke. It never got far. We call it Play Quest, and some ideas came out of that, and a person named Sean, I haven't talked to him in a little bit. He actually did some artwork based on the idea of Play Quest, and I freaking love that artwork. And anyway, the story idea is based around Play Quest, and that's actually the first story I want to actually try to write, rewrite, finalize, edit, the whole shebang, even try to publish it. I would really like to do that. We have a new member. Hold on. Hold on. There's still one problem. I am not officially part of this club. I never said I would join this club. But I never made any decision. You're getting the stare down, dude, man. Yeah. Truth. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. This was a plot in Haru Suzumiya. We need 4. Before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. And these puppy dog eyes are pretty strong. I gotta say, I kinda miss high school and I kinda don't. And I'm only, like, it's like, my high school was frustrating, but not the kind of frustrating one might think. Like, even at the time when I was at that high school, I was even like, I'll just say, at least from my point of view, I did not get the best education during high school. Like, I even had a whole semester class where we did absolutely nothing, because reasons. And that was Algebra 1, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it Algebra 2? No, it was Algebra 1. And, no joke, when we went to Algebra 2, we, like, the teacher there realized what had happened with us. Because that was like one of the first things he asked is like, okay, who was in such and such class last semester? I can't, no, it was last year. It was between a year. I didn't go from Algebra 1 to Algebra 2 in 2 semesters, I don't believe. But anyway. And, you know, I was part of that. I wasn't the only one in that class. And we literally had to learn algebra in a week. And that was super frustrating. Just, and there was people who already knew algebra, because we had more than one algebra teacher there, at the time, anyway, and that's not the only case, like, it was just, it's frustrating. Like, our education system, like, I can't speak for it now, I don't know exactly how it's like now, because it's been 10 years for me since I've been in high school, a little bit more than 10 years at this point, and it's just our educational system is, especially compared to other countries, it's just not good. I can't say how private schools are run. I've never been to a private school. I know homeschooling is a thing. Never been a part of, I was in the common, high school. And honestly, the saddest thing to say about high school is the two most important things I got out of high school was being social, and keyboarding. Like, honestly, I'm not lying when I say those are the two most valuable classes I took out of high school. Or not even classes, like one of them was a class, one of them was just being social. And, I made friends that I still, chat with from time to time, to this day. But I do miss, like, the high school setting. I do miss the idea of being in some classes that I've never been into. It's a rant. But it is like, well, I didn't have to worry about work. But I get paid now. I have more freedom. But with that freedom, I have more responsibilities. It's a mess. Oh, I have unlocked a special poem. What could it be? That's not a poem. Alright. I think that was a good off-topic part for this playthrough.